Abigail, recently there have been clashes between the Malaysian authorities against the intruders, onto the Sabah. And can you identify who were the intruders, and how do you read the situation, from here? And do you think that the situation, will become worse?
Just this morning, there was an article at the Philippine Daily Inquirer, and there were two issues that were raised. And one of the issues raised is, one, does the Sultan of Sulu have any rightful claim to Sabah? And secondly, if he has any rightful claim to Sabah, does the Sultan of Sulu have the right to invade Sabah? So these are a group of men from southern Philippines who have laid claim to Sabah since the 18th century. So, and Borneo, North Borneo, which is now known as Sabah, is, as we know, under the Malaysian government. So that's why the standoff is going on right now. And if any, this issue has forced the two governments, Malaysia and the Philippines, to finally resolve this issue that has been going on for decades. So people are seeing that this fighting in Sabah will escalate in the next few weeks, because there are more fighters now coming from the South Philippines going into Sabah. And as of the latest news, there have been a dozen Filipinos killed already, and some Malaysian forces.
So what is the position, of the Philippines government now regarding this issue? Does they support the intruders, into Sabah or not?
Well, as we know, Malaysia and the Philippines, they have a very close relations. Last year, Malaysia helped broker the peace deal between the Philippine government and the insurgents. So they worked so hard to have this close relations. So the Philippine president cannot afford to antagonize Malaysia. And what's interesting in this, what's happening right now, it's in both countries there are elections. In the Philippines, we have the Senate elections and the House elections. And in Malaysia, they're going to dissolve the parliament this March, so they will be holding another major elections again. So there's several complicated issues at play.
Do you think that this issue might flare out and might, involve the international community?
Right now, the UN has stepped in, and they're calling for a peaceful end to this standoff. And one way to resolve this issue is to go through international rules and procedure, and definitely invading a territory is not in accordance with international rules and procedure. But definitely, people are seeing that this will be filed before the international court.
So how many parties should be involved, in this peace process, and how do you want to see the peace process, look like?
Right now, there are no there's no definite solution to this yet, because they don't know how this will play out in the next few weeks. The immediate solution to this one is to have a negotiated settlement, have the two countries talk, and have the Sulu men stand down. So we don't know if this will happen in the next few weeks.
So how about the sentiment of the peoples living in Sabah? Who do they support, the Malaysian government or the Zulu factions?
There are many people living in Sabah. Some are of Malaysian origins and some are of Philippine origins. And those from the Philippines are considered illegal migrants. And those in Sabah, they consider themselves as Malaysians. So right now what's coming out in the media is that they want to be called Malaysians. So, and the Sultan of Sulu is would like to claim a decades-long property. So some are saying that the claim is extinct.
Do you think that his call is justified?
We'll see, because they have a rightful claim. Actually, Malaysia has been paying a token amount of rent to the Sultan of Sulu for this property. It's only a part of northeastern of Sabah. It's not the entire area. So, but I think what's important is what the people in the area want to happen. So if they want to be under Malaysia, then maybe we can put it to rest that way. The important thing is that there will be no more bloodshed in the next few weeks.
Thank you very much, Abigail, for your comment.
Thank you also.